A show based on the facts, honesty, the man, the myth, the legend, Christitutionalist Joseph M. Leonard.
Welcome to Christitutionalist Politics Podcast, aka CTP. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard, and that's L-E-N-A-R-D. CTP is your no muss, no fuss, just me, you, and occasional guest type podcast. Really appreciate you tuning in. As Graham Norton would say, let's get on with the show! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 120, dropping October the 4th. I am pre-recording this intro to what was a September video exclusive called Anger, Hate, Hubris, discussion following the Kirk assassination, spurred by something on Truth Social. I've decided far too important to leave just as a video exclusive. So this brief little intro to set up the September the 15th video exclusive that will now air as part of a regular CTP episode, Season 3, episode 120 now. Without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, everyone. September video exclusive number 5. I'm wearing my The Book of Kennedy shirt. This didn't wind up being the actual cover. This was produced prior to the actual book publication, but 8 alternate covers similar to this is in the book. But I'm here to talk to you about CTP3, specifically the Hubris chapter. Over on Truth Social, and I'll try to grab a screenshot and add it in the post edit. Someone was saying they are angry, and maybe more angry than Jesus would want them to be. Well, my response was, Jesus recognizes anger is a normal, natural human condition / emotion. But what do you do? Hubris is sin. Anger is human emotion condition, a natural part of life. But what do you do with that? And I had to go on to further admit, at Amazon.com for CTP3, I've just attempted to update the description to add a Monday, September the 15th update, post-assassination, the mention of anger, and even though I wanted my book to be out for this 24th, remember the deadline I had is soon before September 11 this year, 2025, to have the book out. I think, and I feel that much of it, including the hubris chapter, was divinely inspired. But I'm sorry, Lord, I clearly missed in the, hey, this needs to be out by September 11th, somber remembrance, the hate and anger of that day, and anger should have been a chapter in this book. My apologies that it was not there, but here we are following the assassination of Kirk. We have to address it. Anger is normal. Shock, denial, anger, acceptance. The stages of grieving. As long as you don't dwell in the anger, as long as you think, right? I'll put in post, whatever. I'll put it in post, right? The fool who's ruled by emotion, wisdom of those who think the right. Our modern politics, left-right dynamics was foreseen, prophesied in the Bible. As long as you don't dwell, you can't let your emotion rule your head. What is the anger going to drive you to? To good deeds? To sow something good out of this bad? Educational moment, as I hope my books are? Or do you let it drive you to do something bad also? That's when the anger becomes a sin. You commit a sinful act out of your anger in revenge. That is where that is then. So this isn't in CTP 3, but the spirit of those thoughts, these thoughts, indeed are. I wish again, I apologize, Lord, I didn't think about the anger and the hate of September 11th, that needed to be a chapter, even though I was very consciously, purposefully going to release the book for the 21st somber remembrance of 9/11. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I failed you on that. Lord, please let there be calm. Let cooler heads prevail. And we already see you. Before this last weekend, on Friday, after the Kirk assassination, predicted churches would be fuller than they were, that we haven't seen an increase in church attendance since the weekend following 9/11 of 2001. And reports coming in, right, are of course all anecdotal, but indeed the reports are coming in. This younger generation, in a large part due to Charlie Kirk's ethics and efforts, are returning back to God, turning to Jesus, becoming Christians. After, as I say in the Book of Kennedy, Project Carpe Diem, the 1960s, if it feels good, do it. All about me, me, me. What can I get? When can I get it? Why didn't I get it yesterday? They grew up and created the Jesus Revolution, except for the Bill Ayers types, leftist hippies who went on to create the Weather Underground and other terrorist groups. Majority of hippies woke up to the fact that there's more to life than just them, and helped found the Jesus Revolution. And as I've been saying all year, the Jesus Revolution Part 2 is underway. And the assassination of Kirk, the evil intended, sorry, it's doing good. I know you know what I mean when I say that. If I could undo what was done, I would. But God is using the evil for good. Jesus Revolution 2 is well underway. You may have destroyed Charlie Kirk's body, but you exponentially elevated his voice, as I said in another video. Thank you all. Take care. God bless.
Every day and night, believes in freedom and making his voice heard, sharing his message over all the earth. God loves you, goes for all you do. Stand strong and God bless you.
Thank you for having tuned in for Constitutionalist Politics Show. If you haven't already, please check out my primary internationally available book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you. Available anywhere books are sold. If you have locally run bookstores still near you, they can order it for you. And let me remind, over time, the fancy high production items will come. But for now, for starters, it's just you as a very appreciated listener by me. All substance, no fluff, just straight to key discussion points. A show that looks at a variety of topics, mostly politics, through a Christian U.S. constitutionalist lens. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. God bless. Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned in for Constitutionalist Politics Show. If you haven't already, please check out my primary internationally available book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you. Available anywhere books are sold. If you have locally run bookstores still near you, they can order it for you. And let me remind, over time, the fancy high production items will come. But for now, for starters, it's just you as a very appreciated listener by me. All substance, no fluff, just straight to key discussion points. A show that looks at a variety of topics, mostly politics, through a Christian U.S. constitutionalist lens. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care. God bless. Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help.
Wham Radio, 1600 AM and 92.7 FM is your conservative flamethrower. Weekdays, Steve Gruber starts things off at 6 a.m. Gruber gives his perspective on the issues of the day. At 9 a.m., Glenn Beck blazes the airwaves with his nationally syndicated program. From noon to 3, it's Dennis Prager. At 3 o'clock, it's Wham's own Thayrone X. On the Edge, Thayrone tells it exactly as he sees it. At 6, it's The Dana Show, your conservative alternative. At 8, don't miss Joe Pags. Weekends are filled with conservative talk as well. Fingers Malloy, Thomas LeDuc, The Abolitionists Roundtable, A Moment of Clarity with Pastor Rick, Your American Heritage with Ed Bondarenka, Dave Janda's Operation Freedom, and Dick Kupke's Trigger Talk. You can even get links to Wham podcasts from Dave, Dick, and of course Thayrone, all from their pages on our website, whamradio.com. Keep it locked on Wham Radio, 1600 AM and 92.7 FM in southeastern Michigan, and whamradio.com anywhere in the world.